July 4th, 1997, Mexico City. A black Mercedes rolls up to the exclusive Santa Monica hospital. A man steps out, tall, almost imposing, yet somehow invisible, the kind of presence your eyes slide past without ever realizing who he truly is. And this man is the most wanted criminal on earth. His name is Amado Carrillo Fuentes, the Lord of the Skies, the drug trafficker who controls more cocaine routes than Pablo Escobar ever dreamed of. His fleet of Boeing 727s moves tons of product across continents, earning him billions and making him a ghost in plain sight. But tonight, he's here as a patient. Surgeons work for 8 hours to rebuild his face, reshape his jaw, alter his features, and remove 30 pounds of fat. A complete reinvention, a new identity, a new life. And then everything collapses. The monitors spike, alarms scream. The Lord of the Skies flatlines before dawn. Officially, he is dead. Unofficially, nothing about this death makes sense, and what follows becomes one of the strangest mysteries in organized crime. The Rise of the Lord of the Skies. December 17th, 1956. A small village in Chihuahua, Mexico. A 12-year-old boy with almost nothing, no money, no future, barely a 6th grade education, tells his family, "I'm leaving. I will make it rich." And he does. Amado Carrillo Fuentes walks off the family farm and into the Guadalajara cartel, a criminal university run by his uncle. He learns quickly: logistics, negotiation, manipulation, and violence. But most importantly, he learns how to disappear. While other traffickers move cocaine through tunnels, trucks, and boats, Amado looks upward. He sees an open sky filled with possibilities no cartel has ever dared to exploit. In the early 1990s, he does the unthinkable. He buys an airline, 30 Boeing 727s, each capable of carrying 6 tons of cocaine. Most traffickers move a few hundred kilos. Amado moves tons. In 48 hours, he can move 25 tons, $500 million in product. Suddenly, cocaine flows like cargo, pilots rotate, flight plans shift inside hangars he controls, loads are repacked with assembly line efficiency. When radar pushes back, he flies lower. When weather becomes dangerous, he flies later, but always along the same altitudes and routes, mimicking commercial traffic. The sky becomes his conveyor belt, and the conveyor belt feeds the United States. By 1997, he is worth an estimated $25 billion. But invisibility isn't luck, it is payroll. $2 to $3 million in bribes every week. Judges, police, customs, commanders, even Mexico's top anti-drug general, José de Jesus Gutiérrez Rebollo, the very man tasked with hunting him. To the public, Amado barely exists. To those on his payroll, he is an invisible king. He becomes the capo without a face. Police files circulate without photos. Witnesses describe different men. One assassination team even kills the wrong target because nobody actually knows what Amado looks like. This is by design. Amado understands that the only truly uncatchable criminal is the one nobody can identify. And for a while, it works. The death that didn't match the body. In early 1997, everything collapses. General Rebollo, Amado's secret protector, is exposed and arrested. Overnight, Amado becomes vulnerable. He flees to Russia and asks for asylum. They refuse. He tries Cuba. Refused. He tries Chile. Refused. $25 billion, and not a single country will take him. So he chooses a final option: escape by becoming unrecognizable. On July 4th, he checks into Santa Monica Hospital under an alias. His bodyguards seal the floor. Personal doctors stand by. Surgeons work for 8.5 hours. New jaw, new nose, altered eyes, liposuction, everything designed to transform him into someone else. And then the monitors crash. Heart failure, maybe anesthesia, maybe equipment failure, maybe something else entirely. The corpse left behind looks wrong. The skin tone is darker. His signature white hair streak is gone. Childhood scars are missing. A distinctive mole is missing. Even his family quietly says, "That is not him." And then comes the part nobody can ignore. 4 months later, police find 2 steel drums by a highway. Inside them are the surgeons who operated on Amado, tortured, burned, nails ripped out, strangled with cables, encased in concrete. A third drum appears, but authorities never reveal its contents. Someone wanted the truth about that operating room silenced forever. And then there's the strangest clue of all, the toy airplane. Amado's good luck charm. He carried it everywhere. It was not found with the body. Weeks later, it appears at his girlfriend's villa in Chile, the same Chile that refused him asylum. How does a dead man's lucky charm travel across borders on its own? The simplest answer is, it doesn't. The DEA says fingerprints and DNA matched, case closed. But the speed and certainty of the confirmation make many believe the opposite. Rumor has it Amado was negotiating with U.S. authorities, preparing to inform on rivals. If that is true, the easiest way to extract him would be to let him die, then rebuild him quietly under a new identity. The ghost who wouldn't stay dead. Whether he actually died or escaped, one thing is certain: the cartel did not die with him. His brother Vicente takes over and becomes even more violent, introducing car bombs into the drug war and terrorizing entire cities. In 2025, Vicente is extradited to the United States, still battling charges tied to Amado's empire. Meanwhile, tragedy stalks the Carrillo family. A brother murdered in 2004, a son shot dead in 2020, a grandson killed in a 2023 plane crash, a cruel echo of the skies that made them rich. Amado's luxurious Mexico City mansion is auctioned for $2 million, pocket change compared to his fortune. The palace he built in secret, the House of 1,000 Nights, is bulldozed in 2020 after decades of rot. Nothing remains but an empty lot. Strip away the myths, and 2 men remain. One is a visionary who industrialized smuggling, fleets instead of couriers, air corridors instead of hidden trails, a logistics empire that rivaled legitimate airlines. The other is a butcher responsible for more than 400 murders, many carried out with torture to send a message. He once told his priest he couldn't retire because too many families depend on me, as if a paycheck erased blood. If the official story is true, Amado died trying to become someone else. If the conspiracy is true, he succeeded and disappeared for good. July 4th, 1997, becomes the day the Lord of the Skies either died in the most ironic way possible or slipped into a new face and vanished forever. You've heard the evidence: the mismatched corpse, the murdered surgeons, the traveling toy airplane, the rushed official confirmation. So the final question is simple: was this truly the end of the Lord of the Skies, or just another flight plan?